Welcome back, everyone. Today we are taking the F-16 for a wild ride through some rough weather in this yes world. But that's not all. We're testing out the brand new upscale mode on the Pimax Crystal Light to see if it can handle the heat, or in this case, the storm. I ran the exact same flight twice, same aircraft, same stormy skies, one in native mode and one in upscale mode. Now, while you might not spot the visual differences on the screen, I'll break down what I experienced inside the headset. But here's where it gets exciting. The real game changer is the boost in frame rates, which makes a huge difference when you're flying through tough conditions like this. Buckle up and let's see how this new mode holds up under pressure. First off, I gotta say, I didn't expect to see the new rain effect in this year's world, and wow, it's absolutely stunning, super realistic. Alright, we're ready for takeoff. I'm flying as number 2 in the formation today, with the leader being an AI pilot. Now let me tell you, keeping up with an AI in this CS is near impossible until AD drops some much needed improvements. But hey, I do my best to stick with it. Now, about the frame rate, I know it might not be super visible on screen, but you'll get the idea. Right from the start, if you check the counter on the right, we're pulling in about 10 more FPS compared to native mode. And that's while I'm recording this video, which is already shaving off a few frames. So, if you're flying without recording or streaming, you'll likely see even better performance. It's a subtle boost, but in a situation like this, with all the rain effects, complex cockpit details and everything happening in the background, those extra frames really help keep everything running smoother. You know how VR can get in heavy scenes. Sometimes it feels like your rig's about to take off faster than the plane. Inside the clouds, we're actually seeing a nice boost in performance. We're getting about 20 more frames per second in this thick cloud cover, which is pretty impressive considering how heavy these weather effects can be in VR. Now, let's talk about the visual quality, or more specifically, the small price you pay for that boost in frame rates. What upscale mode does is lower the internal rendering resolution, then uses some smart techniques to bump it back up before displaying it. So while the native resolution gives you the sharpest image possible, upscale mode finds a balance between performance and visuals. Alright, let's jump forward a little bit. During the mission, we ran into a couple of Su-30s, and in the first flight they actually took down my AI wingman, but in the second flight my AI managed to stay in the air. So the two runs are a little different by the end. But let's move on. We are heading into the descent and landing through the clouds and rain, which will really test the performance. Let's see how upscale mode handles these demanding conditions as we make our way back to the ground. As you can see, the frame rate boost is still holding strong. We're seeing 10 to 15 more frames per second compared to native mode, which is fantastic. This boost in frame rates has some real advantages, especially when flying in challenging conditions like this. It's crucial for maintaining responsiveness, especially when your leader is an AI pilot. Just take a look at how I struggled to stay in formation with him during the landing in the second flight. Now let's talk about the challenge of landing in formation with an AI pilot. Honestly, it feels like I'm trying to follow a UFO. The way the AI flies is something else. One moment it's cruising straight and the next is popping open his air brakes and making a sharp turn like he's on a joyride at an amusement park. So, as you can see, keeping it together while landing is quite the task, especially when your AI buddy is acting like it just discovered how to fly. Let's see if I can manage to keep it together on this landing. So, to sum it all up, the new upscale mode for the Pimax Crystal Lite is a game changer. It offers a noticeable frame rate boost compared to native mode, which really enhances your flying experience, especially in challenging conditions. While there is a slight trade-off in visual quality, the difference is barely noticeable, making it a great option for anyone. Now, speaking of enhancing your experience, let's talk about the must-have comfort kit. Now, I've also heard a lot of feedback from users having issues with the basic form of the Crystal Lite. Many find it uncomfortable and a bit too tiny. Well, Studioform VRWare has the solution. They were kind enough to send me their comfort kits to test out, and I can tell you, they truly improved the overall comfort. These kits also address that issue of distance between your eyes and the lenses, which many of you have mentioned. They are made of high-quality materials and cover a lot of comfort improvements, like counterbalancing and a better top strap. Best of all, they are very affordable. I highly invite you to take a look at their website. I'll leave the link in the video description. Thanks for joining me today as we explore the new upscale mode for the Pimax Crystal Lite and how it can enhance your flying experience in this yes world. We also took a look at the Studioform VRWare comfort kits, which really tackle some common comfort issues and elevate your VR sessions. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. And make sure to check out the links in the description for more information on the comfort kits. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao!